Well, Andrea, this is a little bit lighter than the one Tom Skanes gave me a year ago, which was a sledgehammer.
Yes.
But I leave to you an organization in good standing and know it'll flourish under your leadership. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Ned. I am honored to be the 2017 Chair of the Chamber. And I know I've got big shoes to fill, but I'm excited to continue the work that we started together. And on behalf of your executive committee, the entire chamber, and all of the community, I'd like to say thank you for your tireless leadership and dedication. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Wow. Andrea, you're now the chair.
Here I am.
Right, the gavel in hand. And I know you didn't wait until today to start thinking about this job and what you want to accomplish over the next year. And in fact, your annual planning retreat just a month and a half ago provided a really strong foundation around the things we just heard from Rick Hendrick, that there's a lot of work left to be done. Your theme is Together for Tomorrow. Can you tell us more about that?
Absolutely. Thank you, Bob. We designed the retreat to respond to events in our community and to ensure that we were actually talking about the real issues at hand. And with so many leaders together in one place, we wanted to engage in a meaningful, candid dialogue on what, as a community, we needed to do together to drive sustainable, lasting change. We know there is a lot of great work going on in our city right now with our nonprofits, with our businesses, small and large, with concerned citizens, all to address the challenges that we are facing around lack of jobs, housing, education, and poverty. And as Rick did say, we still have a lot to do, but together, all of us with each other, working together, learning together, listening together, we will make a difference for the tomorrows to come. And that's the power of Together for Tomorrow. At the retreat, Bob, we had some great leaders from many disciplines. We had civic leaders, we had business leaders, we had sports leaders, and I'd love to share a clip of some of that conversation from the retreat. So if we could roll the video. What are your all's perspectives on how we should move forward as a community?
I hope we, through getting in the, someone described it the other night, the mosh pit of discussion that brings all kinds of views to the surface, that out of that will come some solutions.
This is the most important chamber meeting this city's ever held. We can make all kinds of speeches, but the truth of the matter is we have had our hand forced, and we've been forced to look at ourselves and to look at what we haven't done well. And no matter how much we've tried, we've failed at this stage. And so we have to figure out the way forward from here.
Business community has got to really start to try to speak with one voice.
But the facts are, all the money and effort we've thrown at the schools, we're still struggling. And we're still struggling with housing, adequate housing, and we're really struggling with jobs. And so what I think that we ought to try to do, those of us that in the chamber and in the business community, are jobs and housing. And then we work, and we continue to work on education. That never stops.
What I like is the energy I hear in the room and the willingness for people to really do some bold things.
For whatever we come out of here where we want to start bringing things in, whatever else, I want to be the first one on the list. I want to be there. I want to be a part of it because we need to change this.
Charlotte is such a phenomenal city. And we use sports to really put our city on the global stage.
Sports is a catalyst. In this case, I think it's a catalyst for healing. It gets the community together.
What I'm suggesting is we learn to lend our clout to people to move the ball when it needs to be moved.
What we have to do is do something that's meaningful, that has been a deep dive, that gets us back on CNN and MSNBC and Fox and everything else, saying, you know, those folks down there did a remarkable thing that can be an example to urban communities across America.
Andrea, the timing of that retreat just struck a nerve, and the energy level, you could see it in the video, was palpable. What were your takeaways from the 24 hours that we were together?
Well, for those of you that were there, you know there was a ton of energy, a ton of candor, and a lot of great dialogue. And there was some consistency around themes that arose during the session and after. We got a lot of feedback. And I would bucket those, Bob, into 5 themes. The first being connection. We have an opportunity to connect the work between organizations, between nonprofits, between companies, to provide more integrated solutions. We have an opportunity to collaborate more, to share best practices, to share what is working, share what's not working, and share what we should do more of, less of. We can coordinate more. We don't need more programs. We need to leverage those that we have and take a holistic approach to implementation. We talked a lot about education and awareness. As a chamber, we have an opportunity and a responsibility to educate businesses in our community on what we are doing, how to get involved, and how to take advantage of programs and services. And finally, Bob, I think the biggest theme that came out was inclusion, making sure that all voices are heard, not just those that are in the room. And we need to continue to be a convener to drive courageous conversations with each other and within the businesses we represent. There's no silver bullet here, as everyone knows. There's been great work going on for years, very impactful work, but we have the opportunity to take that to the next level together.